Let us breathe with intention. And with each and every holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath, reminds us that we breathe the breath of Brahma. We breathe the breath of God. And it is through the breath, as all things breathe, the divine in-breath and out-breath of the rhythm of the universe. And in this sacred in-breath and out-breath, we remember our connection to all creation. As the divine has exhaled creation, so too the divine inhales the creation. A continuous cycle of the in-breath and out-breath on cosmic levels, ever creating rebirth, ever creating new worlds, new possibilities, new horizons, new potentials. And so this sacred in-breath and out-breath reminds us of who we truly are, our connection to the multiverse, our connection to all creation, our connection to the divine, to the source, to the one. So we really take this moment here now with this understanding to breathe the sacred holy in-breath and out-breath. No longer just breathing, but understanding the cosmic consequences of each and every breath. And so the breath is revered. And it is true that all the great yogis and rishis, great avatars of light, have spoken of the breath, its power, its connection. And so truly in this experience, as radiant ones now gather, as we begin to feel their holy presence, who've come to breathe with us and commingle the cosmic memory of our connection to all life, to all source. Each and every in-breath and out-breath brings us closer to our cosmic rememberings, our cosmic memory. And so we simply breathe the holy sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as we do, there is still the gatherings of the great radiant ones from all dimensions and realms and expressions of the divine, are drawn in this moment, in this now, to bring in and breathe more deeply the cosmic in-breath and out-breath. For the time has come upon the earth and all of her life, especially that of the human kingdom, to remember the origins of the higher aeons from whence all has come. So this mighty cosmic in-breath and out-breath that we are now a part of, this great in-breath of creation and out-breath of creation, timeless and ancient, comes into this sacred holy field that we can breathe new creations, new potentials, and new opportunities. And we come together here now with the radiant ones to hold this cosmic in-breath and out-breath, to breathe not only into our own world as the children of light upon the earth, but the children of light upon our own solar, cosmic expression, that our own sun, as we breathe the cosmic in-breath and out-breath, we breathe with our own local logi, our own great radiant sun. And we see that each and every breath we take, we are breathing in the great sunlight and exhaling the great sunlight. And we come to understand the source of this light comes from behind the sun. And behind that sun, another sun. And so there is the inhalation and exhalation of the Trinity suns. We breathe deeply into our being and exhale this light with full intention, creating this circuitry once again with the sun behind the sun, and the sun behind that. That this high source light of great radiance and eminence coming in, filtered in a way for us to breathe it into our beingness. It not only fills our physical body and the physical lungs, but way beyond that. For it is a spiritual sun light that comes. And the most radiant ones that hold this sacred platform, that breathe the cosmic in-breath and out-breath with us, to create this experience, to create this dynamic. And so we simply breathe, sense and feel the brilliance of light. And this light moves in through all aspects of our beingness, beyond our physical, mental, and emotional, into all the subtle bodies. In fact, it is the connector to our higher self, our higher bodies. And beyond that, it moves into all the circuitries that we are connected to, beyond our own solar system, into the other great suns of great constellations. And truly, we come to realize we are now breathing the cosmic in-breath and out-breath. With each and every in-breath and out-breath, we simply allow ourselves to fall into this divine cosmic grace, this loving embrace, this sacred communion of our higher selves and our lower selves, seeking one another to bring into the consciousness a perfect balance, bringing in the wholeness of the entire being. bringing all fragments back together once again, bringing all memories, known and unknown, into the radiance of this sunlight. This sunlight, the cosmic Christ, the cosmic Maitreya, coming in as the great in-breath and out-breath of creation, as in the Ancient of Days, to bringing the memory of divine source, divine intention, and the original thought form of this creation and that of this solar system and that of many suns upon the galactic mother, bringing in once again the original creation thought in its Ancient of Days, cycling back again once again in the cosmic cycling of unfoldment and creation. Now in this eternal moment, embracing the cosmic in-breath and out-breath and all of its grace, divine codes, history, wisdom, knowledge. So we simply breathe this cosmic in-breath and out-breath. Become aware of the divine energies that flow in, through, and around you. And the most radiant ones, the Ami Shaddai, the family of light that gather and continue to gather. For they hear the tones and see the light from the children of the earth who have not forgotten, the children of light. And so for the next steps moving forward, the greater unfoldment and connection to the higher energetics of our beingness is being woven together as this cosmic in-breath and out-breath continues to unfold within us and around us and through us, where it encompasses not only where we are, but what we are apart. It encompasses the three suns and all of its embodiment. So we simply breathe the divine codes that flow in. Allowing our minds to be open as these codes come and trigger our cosmic memory, as it triggers talents that we have honed in past lives, promises that we have made in future lives, all of which continues us on this path of higher service, the path of light, the path back home. And so we simply breathe this sacred breath, understanding it is not the ordinary breath anymore. We are filled with the light of the suns and the codes that come within this light, the colors that come within this light, moving in as great rays of light, activating meridian points, chakra systems, and circuitries within the physical, mental, human body, and beyond that, weaving, integrating the higher parts of our physical, mental, and emotional bodies. That we begin to see with the clarity of the third eye, the non-dualistic eye, as the triangulations of the sun and their codes move throughout all the meridian systems, through the organs, through the bone, through the very DNA, moves into the cranium, moves into the brain, moves into the very endocrine system, cleaning, clearing, and purifying in this radiant light of the three suns. Cleaning, clearing, purifying, allowing the radiance of the three suns, the divine sacred codes, the illumination and radiation to move in and through us easily. All blockages, disturbances, and disconnections are now removed and repaired. Each and every holy in-breath and out-breath is like a new genesis within our own physical bodies. And all of the pollutants and the corruptions of the physical, mental, and emotional earth are now removed, clean and cleared within the physical, mental, and emotional bodies. To have stronger integration, to have stronger connection to the higher weaving of the higher selves. Bringing in the source energy needed, amplification for balance, for peace, and for great health and energy, to bring in the wholeness once again of the human form. With each and every holy in-breath and out-breath, we breathe in those fragments, those fractures, longing to reconnect, to bring the wholeness once again. We breathe in with a higher heart of compassion and with great gratitude and humility. This blessing bestowed upon us, even as we do our work, in breathing the cosmic in-breath and out-breath, to bring in that energy, those codes and radiant light into the etheric of the sacred planet, Gaia, to breathe in not only for her, but for the celestial bodies that move and evolve around our great sun, for the she and others to come into this great alignment for this great ascension. And so it is the children of the earth, the children of light, that move this light in its highest form out through all of the solar system of the Humnam Ku, the solar system, and the sun that's behind the sun, behind the sun. You simply breathe each and every holy in-breath and out-breath. And as you do, you realize you are breathing the great cosmic in-breath and out-breath. That each breath impacts on a cosmic scale. That the very atmosphere of the earth is saturated with this holy, sacred cosmic breath. that you breathe in a new creation for a new earth, for a new solar system. You breathe in the re-remembering, the sacred history, the realignment, the reconnection, the reprocessing once again. You breathe in the cosmic knowledge, the cosmic grace, the cosmic wisdom, the cosmic remembering. You breathe in the fragments that are seeking wholeness back into wholeness as you breathe out the distortions, the miscreations, the blockages, the memory loss. You breathe in the cosmic breath of creation, of new genesis, of new alignments, of new vistas and horizons, of new pathways, of new opportunities. And as we are in this eternal now, and as we are experiencing this, we are mindful of the radiant ones that surround us, that has held this creation an opportunity, a platform for us to do this holy and sacred work. And remembering that we are the Ami Shaddai, the family of light, and we are not alone. We are one with a network of radiance, sentient beings, loving beings, coming from the higher heart of compassion for us as we come from the higher heart of compassion for our own earth and all of her life. It is through this higher heart of unconditional love and compassion that connects us on the highest path of ascension and home. And the myriads of angels and the firstborns and the great masters and avatars of light are ever present and recognize us, our tone, our geometry, our light. When we come together as the Ami Shaddai in all levels, dimensions, and expressions, we are as a radiant star, a star bringing light, direction, wisdom, and knowledge. And so we embrace these parts of ourselves and integrate them into the physical, mental, and emotional bodies, even as we walk a material world. Ever aware we are in the world but not of it. That we hold higher galactic codes of light to be anchored into the world where we find ourselves, in any capacity we find ourselves. And now we bring into our spiritual eye clearly our own Earth Mother, We see her as she evolves around our great sun. And as we view her, as we breathe in creation and out creation, we envision her now with this luminous light that comes from the sun behind the sun behind the sun, bringing in the codes of light, the ascension codes, the memory and the history and the promises and partnerships that the family of light upon the earth bring her with us in a new energetic of ascension, as easy and with grace as possible. For it is the children of the light that hold a higher vision for ease and grace. And we hold this intention as we look at her, that she can, through ease and grace, move through the ascension process. As we hold this cleaning, clearing, and purification for her and all of her life. As ye see the radiant light, purifying, cleaning and clearing and bringing in a new genesis of life and creation. That this can be done with as much ease and grace as possible. As we breathe in the creation and breathe out creation. Our intention is to do so with as much ease and grace in this process as we work with the light behind the light behind the light of the great suns, cleaning, clearing, purifying, bringing in fragments back into wholeness, great balance and anchored peace. We hold this intention, we hold this vision. And now the thought of return comes. And as such, we look one more time at our beautiful Earth Mother and her evolution around the sun. And that the brilliant light of the three suns are radiant upon her, cleaning, clearing, and purifying. And the energies begin to step down as the most radiant ones begin to draw in their electromagnetic field. We pay attention one more time to the in-breath and out-breath, remembering that we can use the triple sun light at any time. It will fill us with the radiance to bring that inner connection to the higher parts of ourselves as we choose to do. But as we do, the integration between the higher self and the lower self becomes more anchored one into the other. So with this now, we intend to be back as we draw in our electromagnetic field, as we bring this cosmic experience into our physical, mental, and emotional bodies, anchored to the great earth. And on the count of 3, we will be back, awake, alert, and very, very grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in. And 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are anchored.